Unemployment in Ottawa remains above the national average, which is unusual, but shortlisting candidates still requires a combination of tools, skills, and perseverance to get that shortlist right. Perhaps one of the most critical elements prior to us starting our sourcing is the meeting with our client and hiring manager to talk about what experience, transferable skills, and what industries they've successfully recruited for in the past. These elements can help not only inform who we reach out to for our direct recruitment efforts, but how we craft our posting and our social media in order to attract the right candidate. Here's where we initiate outreach. We start with those candidates that we have pre-existing relationships with. Sometimes for many years, we look at what makes sense as a next move in their career and reach out to them. This, coupled with those who have applied to our posting, and more often these days, direct recruitment outreach to those profiles that align well with what our client has identified in terms of experience, industries, and career trajectory. During these initial candidate conversations, it allows us to position the role with the candidate, both in terms of what the organization has to offer, as well as what within their current competencies will allow them to do well in the position, but also what stretch opportunities there are for them, what growth opportunities there are so that they're learning new skills and so that they can remain committed both in the short and the long term to the role and the organization. Once that long list has been reviewed, we look back and shortlist from there, looking back on those conversations, who's motivated, who's committed, and who we feel will be able to offer value in both the short and the long term to our clients. I recently read a quote that said, "We've confused access to tools with mastery of craft." And I believe that at LRO Staffing, you get both. We have all of the AI tools that will allow us to gain access to candidate profiles, to identify potential candidates, but we also have the skill and experience to vet those candidates effectively, to make sure that the match is viable and that there's a long-term fit for both the client and the candidate.